Yeah, as the sun goes down, I thought I would make a little video of the upgrades. So today, we're sort of making a little bit of power. Everything's all topped up, eh? So down there we got a 12 volt charge controller, and that's our bus bar that runs all of these chargers. 4 of them hooked up to an aluminum bus bar. And the Frankenstein roll. So what we have is another gauge. We had the original buck converter. Now we have another switch up here that I put in today, and that is a second one. And what I did today is I put it all on the hinge so I can work on things. So that's a high amperage buck converter that I have set to 14.5 roughly. And now gotta keep the fingers off. Down here we have an air pump. I took the tap off the four. I took the tap off of the 4 cells and put the high amperage buck converter on it. And if I can get all these wires plugged in, oops, as usual, when you're trying to show something, everything's all over the place. Okay, so we go down here and tell should be about 120 watts. And it only drops it down that much. I'll overfill it. Yeah, it's about 30 pounds, almost 28 pounds, a little much for a snowblower. So what we're going to do is unplug that and plug on this little thing, which is a fingers in the way, a 10 amp auto heater. So there's a heating element in here and a fan. So plug this in the high amperage buck converter. You see the voltage drop down. Just chuck that up there. And we'll come back in a second or two and show you the thermal camera on the back of this thing. It doesn't heat up whatsoever. So we got the heater on, and it's been a couple of minutes, so enough time for me to go out to the car to get the thermal camera. Now, if I can get a good image of that, and there. So it's quite cold. No, 85 Fahrenheit. Don't know if that's because it's shiny. Yeah, well, could be that LED even. All I know is 120 watts going through it, and it's roughly 80 Fahrenheit. So the other one wouldn't pull a quarter of this, so a lot better. You can even run probably a 12 watt inverter through it if you had to, if you want to use some cheap junky inverters. So I just figured that heater. I'll show you what the heater says. It's pretty bad when the buck converter is warmer than the heater. Well, it's trying to get up there. As usual, camera shuts down. I think the grill, that's what it's measuring, not the internals. Well, that's about it. We'll let her go there then.